Hi, this is David Lee. I'm with Emma. You're in Iloilo in the Philippines. And from your background, we've spoke, you're a registered nurse, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
And you've worked in that field and you're venturing into a business where you're dealing with health, nutrition, supplements.
Yes.
Because, as you know, I've been visiting the Philippines for 30 years. And have you been aware of what I've been seeing about the obesity that has been happening here in the last 3 decades?
Yes.
Very much.
Very much.
And this is a symptom of the shopping malls that you have.
Yeah.
The fast food, and what is perceived as being normal is that young children today are overweight. This is a problem.
Yes.
What do you want to do about that when you see this?
So here in Iloilo, I'm from Iloilo City.
Yeah.
So this the I think this I can see that is the big the obesity now is the main problem here because of maybe because of the food.
The food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fast food are now anywhere.
It's rampant.
Rampant.
Because in the old days, this was a colonial town.
Yes.
You might have had one shopping mall, but people were eating. They'd go to the market, they'd buy fresh vegetables, fruit, meat. They would go home and cook it. And my wife even said they never went out like they do now. So you've decided to go into business, and what's your business background?
Actually, I don't have business background. Just when I, after working outside, then I decided to, because of...
Look into the camera. We're talking to the people here. You wanted to start your own business, is that right?
Yeah, I started this business 2010,
Yeah.
and as a nurse, rather than working in a hospital,
Yeah.
I would say this is our... it's better to be in a working in a hospital. So I would.
It's hard work, isn't it?
Yes, hard work working in a hospital, working late with the kids. In my case, so in this case, I'm working in my own business, and then I can with my time.
Okay. Let's go straight to the point. Okay. Yes. Most people want to start their own business or do something, have their own initiative, correct?
Yes.
But being able to put all the pieces of what I say is a jigsaw puzzle together, it is not obvious and is not something that people know how to do. You're probably very good at being a nurse, but now you're more than just a nurse or a helper. You have to understand business and structure and putting all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together. And you can spend the rest of your life trying to figure out the pieces. Is that what you want to do, or would you rather somebody come in and see from the outside looking in exactly what needs to be done with impartial eyes and just to say objectively, Emma, this is what you need to run your business, these are the parts that need to go together. And quite often, if it's a people business, you have to understand how to take people through the process from being a suspect to a prospect and on to being a customer and a repeat customer and somebody that's a spokesperson for you. Is that what you're wanting?
Yes.
But most people don't know how to do it. You know, when you saw my website,
yeah, I saw your website.
You saw that after you met me, because you kept asking me, David, what is it you do? Remember?
Yeah.
If people come to my website, they might be under the impression I build websites. But you weren't sure. What is it you do? And I showed you, I gave you some my advice, my consultation, my time. If you implemented those things that I told you into your business, would that make a difference to the end result of the profitability, the success of this business? Would it make a difference?
Yes, of course, because my problem is that I know how to one-on-one, but it takes time for me, more gym to work outside rather than because nowadays because of the internet. Yeah. So I heard, I saw the video that I know it can help in this kind of business. So
to finish up, because I don't want this to be a long video, what we do is automate wherever we can. I show you how to effectively use a language structure to take people through the process, how to take them through and answer their objections. Because sometimes you're so enclosed in what you do, you're not looking at it from the perspective of the client or the potential client. You're looking at it from your perspective. And we walked through, and I said, as we were going through what you were doing with myself, I was going through disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. You were losing me along the way. Yeah. Because you had two people you were dealing with. It was my wife and it was myself. And you know, I was the bad cop. Good cop, bad cop, she was that. And so if you had in developing your business somebody overseeing what you're doing here in this little cafe that you've got, online, mirroring the two, showing you what's effective, how to get people coming through, making your life and your time more efficient. What are the savings worth in the long run? It's immense.
So it's the time, of course.
Time. And I told you that's the one thing that we have not got an abundant supply of, the time. So you have to work out, if you want to work with me, do you want to go and figure this all out for yourself? Or you want somebody that can just go and implement it. And you know that I give backup support. I do trainings, either a one-day training or a two-day training, where I'm getting you to understand how to communicate the psyche of the people, the resistance that you're going to get off your customers, and how to pitch it, how to present it, so that the natural conclusion is, I want that. That's something I need. And we'll talk about this a little later, but I did mention the word community. You have got such an opportunity here because you really do not have any competition. If you understand, just like anybody in their own business, if you understand the mechanics, the tools that you're going to need, everything that gets people to respond, then you've got such a leading edge. That is what entrepreneurship is, and not just being an employee for life. Being an employee, but having to be responsible to all these other people. Thank you very much for listening to us both, and I wish you all the success. If we work together, you will notice a big difference. Thank you very much. This is David Lee with Emma.